Good evening. I'm in Baylorsville, Georgia, and it was not easy getting here. But one thing that I have to immediately say, thank you for encouraging me and my wife to be safe coming here, and we were. But what I have to point out is that on the course we took from Virginia through Tennessee, North Carolina to get to Georgia, we saw none of the disaster of Helene, although it is real and I've read it and I've seen it, and it's not where we are in the northernmost part of Georgia. For whatever reason, it didn't seem to hit here, and we'll have anecdotes on, I have no doubt, tomorrow. The temperature is, I don't know, in about the 60s, and I'm not in the wind, so I'm standing and talking, and you can hear the rain behind me, so that's some corroboration for the challenge against the weather. And I think that we took an extended roundabout way through Tennessee. I was thinking of stopping and checking out Davy Crockett's memorial, but I didn't do that. So here we are, and one of the reasons I wanted to talk tonight is because I could listen to some things that were going on. I'd play music so that I didn't notice it was hours of drive. But one of the things that concerns me is Carville. Carville has come out and said that he thinks we should have an autocracy before the election. Don't listen to everyone, he says. I don't know what is wrong with him, but those of us who think and who've listened and know what our campaign is about, know our campaign is about lying side by side and comparing a democracy, small d, a republic, small r, representative of the people, versus an autocracy, which is a dictatorship by Trump the moment he takes office. So why is Carville doing that? Why is he, if you will, compromising our brand, who we are, who we've always been, in my opinion, going back to the Declaration of Independence with Jefferson and others, the natural forebears of even our current party. And many of the things they said then, we still say now. Those of us who believe in this still young experiment that's working to get it together and to work for all of us. Not just a few of us, not just white males, Christo-fascists, if you will, the ones that are the recognized and are in the room and make these decisions. So I think that that's not really very encouraging, and I think somebody should step on his feet and tell him to relax. The Maher, who you may know as a comedian on TV, who I think is pretty funny, he's out there predicting that there's no way that Trump is going to win, and that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are going to win. From his lips to God's ear, if there is a God, he can hear. The prosecution in New York is kind of interesting because day by day, Adams seems to be in worse trouble. You know, they're talking about the $45,000 that was spent by foreign nationals on behalf of his girlfriend. Not good. And then an aide who came off a plane, they took her phone and did a search of her home. I think I mentioned that yesterday. So Adams is going down slowly or quickly, as the case may be. And I think what's going to be happening now is a negotiation for how his exit will work out. But the government's going to want a felony. They're going to want some time. And otherwise, they're going to try the case, I think. There's some talk by the defense of kind of brave talk. But the interesting thing about the brave talk is how campaign money given to him was used as a basis to give him public campaign money, meaning we want to encourage the public to support candidates, and so we do that in this manner. But the way he got the funds that were the basis of the comparison is from foreign patrons, and that's against the law. So he managed to get the funds from this Save the Republic Fund, if you will. It's not called that. But and he did it based on misleading and false records involving other campaign contributions. Now, Fetterman surprised me today. Maybe it's not a surprise that he surprises people, but he surprised me in the sense that he came out and he wants to, put a stamp on social media and so forth. And I think it's just an effort, I'm sorry to say, by some people in office who really don't understand what the First Amendment says and means. What it means is it's our cudgel against bad conduct by the government. And bad conduct by the government can include us telling the government that we don't like the cozy relationship they have with the wealthy at the expense of the middle class and the poor in this country. And Fetterman would, put in, and you know what the argument is? The argument is the health risks to our young. It's always great. We use the children to support a policy, and then we don't care when they're shot dead with guns. We don't care when they're not getting food or housing. We don't care when they're not getting an education. We don't care when they're getting job opportunities. But we always invoke them when we want something to happen. And it should be a signal to all of us that when they quote the kids, watch out, because bullshit is about to come, and non-performance is going to come, and we're going to be misled about the effects of what they're doing. And since I've only arrived here and I have to figure out our sleeping arrangements and so forth, I thought you'd get a kick out of hearing the rain, which is, let's see if we can, I guess you can't see much in the dark here. But it's got this nice sound, it feels good, and that's why we're here. And we're not that far from the starting point for the Appalachian Trail, and we'll probably do that. But most of this is to do a little thought, meditation, exercise, maybe some work. I have some things I have to do, and to do it in a different context. So glad we could get together, and maybe tomorrow I'll be able to walk and talk and let you see some of the area up here. It's just beautiful woodland. So all the best. Bye-bye.